You know, why is it that nobody has said any of this? Why is it that everybody is still fooled with this idea of the left and the right? There is no left and the right, because you cannot go any further right than where these people are right now. So when you talk about the left, you really have to start to be a little bit more careful. You are not allowing your brain to understand that to the left of Donald Trump, you have like a myriad of choices. You can go all the way to the left, really, really way left. And you're still really, really, really way left from people like Bernie Sanders, just so you know. Because the left, what you dread so much, communism, things like that you despise so much. And they taught you that equating communism with socialism is the same thing. No, they are both to the left of Donald Trump. Yes, but that doesn't mean that they are any close to communism like you think. You need a little bit more perspective. So, let's think that Santa Monica on the coast of the Pacific in California, that's the left. And let's think that Tallahassee at the coast of the Atlantic is the right. Bernie Sanders would be in Orlando, okay? It's not what you think. You think that communism awaits you. And all that awaits you with Bernie Sanders, with somebody like Bernie Sanders, would be free education, free healthcare. That's it. That's it. And of course, a cleaner planet for your children that I think you probably care for. And yes, I know, you think that we live in a bubble. I understand. I was just watching this guy that works with Trevor Noah. He goes to Trump land and asks them questions that when you see their answers, you really like, you have to watch that. You have to watch that. But be careful next time somebody tells you that these people on the left, everybody that has a piece of brain is on the left of these people. And you need to know this, and you need to start distinguish it. Okay? Don't buy it. This is the oligarchs against the rest of the people. And if the term oligarch bothers you really a lot, then use the 1%. Because they are really a 1% of the population of the world. And they are calling the shots. And you are not part of their club. Yet you keep supporting them. Why? Because you don't want to use your brain. Because you don't like reason, you don't like logic, you don't like facts. All you like is your boat not to be rocked. That's what you want. You want to be able to keep your stupid stability so you can have your car, because next year it's time to have the new RX 305 fucking electronic whatever. You want to have the best of the best, and you want other people to suffer for it. That's what it is. And you don't want anybody to fucking bother you in your little cocoon, in your little nest. So you rather avoid facts, information, because if you get information, then you're going to have to start taking responsibility for these things you say and you support and you enable. And in the end, these people are not going to win because the majority of the people don't like this. A lot are going to split, but there are another lot who not only they're not going to split, they also have guns. and they are also smarter. I mean, you have to be smarter in order, than you, my little Trumpster. Because you really look stupid. I want to let you know that the only people that really support you and cherish everything you say is the same stupid Trump supporter. You live in an ecosystem of diarrhea. Stop watching Fox News. Stop. Stay away from that shit. Stay away from that shit. Get informed and watch this guy, Kepler, whatever the fuck his name is, that works with Trevor Noah and goes to Trump land and asks them questions, and you won't believe their answers, man. And when you start seeing what's coming, these people, they don't care about facts. The day Donald Trump loses the election, he's not going to concede. He's not going to leave. He's either going to say the Electoral College says that I am your new president again, or he's going to say, if it's a landslide, he's going to say, well, probably there was a fraud, and I'm going to veto these elections, and people are going to get out, and people are going to start shooting each other. And that's what's going to happen. And this is not like a conspiracy theory or any of that. I'm just stating facts. This is a fact. There was a president clearly guilty of all the shitty things he does, who was acquitted by a group of people who call themselves Republicans. And the next day, he started going full Hitler, saying these evil and corrupted people, giving the Medal of Freedom to a Nazi, giving a clear message to people like Rush Limbaugh, who had to put away their hoods, are going to get their guns. And they're going to say, let's go kill some libtards. I'm going to go Medal of Freedom hunting. And that's what's going to happen. All because you don't want to use your brain, because you're comfortable. You're comfortable that this administration wants to support a state of Israel who occupies its people, instead of saying, okay, you know what, we're going to have to break peace here. Nobody wants to make peace. The people who support Trump, they support Trump because the Jews that support Trump, they support Trump because Trump is going to help, it's keeping Israel safe. Yeah, but for how long? If Trump falls, and he will fall some way or the other, there's going to be a break or a crack, or something's going to happen. This is not going to go unnoticed. The day after the election, this is not going to be unnoticed. And it's going to be brutal, and it's going to be violent. Because this guy is calling for violence. All he has done, in my opinion, is make his little militia, which is all the KKK, the neo-Nazis, and the stupid pseudo-Republicans that live in South Florida who keep supporting Trump, thinking that Trump is good for the economy. I'm talking about the same people I always talk about, the so-called Cubans. They were taught. These people are key, and you are in touch with these people all the time. These people were taught that whatever is on the left is Satan. So it's perfect to use the term left. So these people get all spooky and they go to the other option. Not that there are many other options, but the only option is, let's go to the Nazi one. Let's go to Hitler. Let's vote for yeah, of course I am aware he puts kids in cages, but I am going to deny it with some platitude. Like, oh, well, they should have come legally. Well, they did come legally. Requesting asylum in a port of entry is actually the protocol to follow to get asylum. let's not forget, why is this asylum being sought by people from Guatemala or El Salvador? Who caused the turmoil in Guatemala and El Salvador? The United States, Reagan, Bush, all these very nice people, Republican people. Huh? That these so-called Cubans like so much. They don't understand. They say they love the Latin community so much, but look at what they are causing to their brothers and sisters in Guatemala and Honduras. And let's not forget that when you get to Miami and you get to the port, all the immigration officials have Latino names, and they are all fucking cunts. They are all fucking cunts. I remember when I came back here in 2012, Officer Aponte. I was presenting my green card, and Officer Aponte decided that it was okay to put me in the little corner and then keep me for 4 hours in a little room. And you would see all the other immigration officers getting into the room packed with people who don't know what's going to happen to them. And suddenly some of them are going, "We already caught another one. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, he's being deported. Yeah," and they're doing high fives. That's what happens in those rooms. And this is me, an educated, well-traveled, I have no dog in the race guy. And I can tell you that that happened to me and I saw it. And the only people who are kind are the black ones whose name is Smith or Mackenzie or whatnot. But never the Latino. The Latino guy is the gatekeeper. You know who you remind me? These so-called Cubans remind me to the distinction capo during the Holocaust. The capo was a Jew, but it was a crazy Jew that he would be promised by other Nazis goodies like, okay, you get to sleep alone and you get to eat every day food that we eat. In the meantime, you keep me all these kikes in line. Okay, and the capos were people who most of the time had like psychological issues, like they picked the real cruel ones. This is what the so-called Cuban is to me. He's the capo of the Holocaust. He is the one who's pushing out of the safe boat during the Titanic the people who are trying to get in. These so-called Cubans who put the label Latino on them, so we allow them to represent us, they stain who we are. So every time you hear somebody saying, "I am half Cuban," you dig, you find out what he means. What do you mean you are half Cuban? Do you mean that you were born in Guantanamo and your mother was one leg in Guantanamo and the other leg in Cuban territory, and then you came out? Is that what you mean when you say you're half Cuban, half American? Or maybe was it that somebody in Cuba donated sperm, sent it FedEx to a woman who was in the United States and had it artificial insemination, and then you were born, but because your sperm is Cuban, you get to say that you're half Cuban. Is that what it is? You know, and you know, when I do that, I always get the same answer. "You're not too bright, are you?" That's what they tell me. Oh yeah, they do tell me that. "You're not too bright, are you?" No, I am not. I am not too bright. Because if I were bright, I would be intelligent and smart enough to not get upset about your stupidity. However, I do get upset about your stupidity, and that makes me an idiot when it comes to that.